everyone. This is Pile 1 here for the reading. What are your neighbors thinking about you? Okay, let's get into it right now. Here we go, Pile 1. What are Pile 1's neighbors thinking about them? Cups, Page of Swords, the World, Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Okay, overall, I'm seeing your neighbors have a very positive feeling for you. Sometimes they mind your business a little bit extra. Maybe they could hear it through the walls here. But I feel like a lot of them understand that you are very studious at this time. You may have an online presence here. I feel like you share your opinions very openly. Seems like you could come off very brash in conversation. You're very witty. You know how to work in a team. You give off this vibe that you know how to work in a team. You're very responsible. People see you come and go from the house or something like that. I see that every day you seem happy to face the day. People may get a sense sometimes that you could have this air to you, that you take your decisions very wisely, you know what I'm saying? Like you take your decisions with a lot of discernment. Sometimes when you have an inquisitive mood, maybe it's apparent from your face or your appearance at the time. Or maybe, you know, they catch you thinking to yourself in some way. Alright, so I feel like people can sense that you have a stern side to you as well. Maybe that doesn't really come out, but so for some reason, some people can sense that you have a stern side. Maybe they've heard some conversations. People feel like you have a stern side and a somber side, but you look like new money whenever you come around. People get a good vibe from you, like you're very fortunate, you're very lucky. But some people feel like you're very quiet. They don't know what you're really up to sometimes, right? Most of the time. But maybe they do hear a lot of commotion around you. Like there's like a lot of attention around you or a lot of movement. Maybe you're coming and going, like I said, from the property a lot. Maybe if it's a compound you live in, it could be something like that. People like grab at any little moment that they do get to see you. I feel like you're always in and out. You're always focused on what you're doing here. But I see you have a lot of chores to do and you really take care of that. 7 days a week you have things to do. So it's like that I'm seeing for a lot of you. Okay, what are your neighbors thinking about you here? Pile 1. You give off this vibe of intelligence, the High Priestess. You have a connectedness with nature. And you do come off materially abundant as well. People feel like the way that you dress. They can't tell if anything is going wrong with you, and there is, but they feel like they can. They feel connected with you. A lot of people, you have neighbors here. People that you consider neighbors here, have an understanding with you. All right, guys. So Pile 1, it's really positive. They feel like everything about you is good. They wonder if you're like some internet celebrity. They wonder what you do with your platform. They get curious about that. Alright, Pile 1, I love you guys. See you later. Pile 2, this is your reading here for what are your neighbors thinking about you. Let's get into it. This should be a really quick one. Let's get as much detail as we can. What are Pile 2's neighbors thinking about them? What do they say about them? Pile 2's neighbors say about them. I feel like you're very young here. You could have some people coming over to your place a lot. Those around your age, people get the vibe that you're very young spirited and you're very youthful, like naive in the sense of youthfulness, not like in a stupid kind of way. People admire you for being very young in some way like that. Like you bring a fresh energy to the crowd. People get the vibe of you also that you're wise beyond your years despite your youthful look. I feel like you know how to balance your give and take with a lot of people. You know how to be stable here in your relationships and your appearances here. But people start drama around you. It's like that. Maybe some commotion has come around your place or on your street or when you had to come back from work or something like that. I see there was some drama surrounding you. Maybe you're really attractive and like some people are after you in some ways like that, and they can be annoying here. I feel like you get attention in ways when you don't want it, and when you do want it, it's a little tough. It's like weird. Perhaps you get the attention of those that you don't want. Okay, what does file 2's neighbors think about them? Okay, people think like you get very lively, like so if you share your space with anyone in there, they look forward to your parties or something. If you get shared food at a get together or a potluck, people really like your food. If you grow some vegetables or something like that, people notice your garden, and people wonder like maybe if someone was leaving your property at like feeling in some bad way, maybe they made a scene that may have recently happened to you. They don't look at you as a negative person for that, but they just feel like, wow, this stuff is going on. There's always a lot of activity surrounding you in that kind of way. There's like, I guess drama finds you, even if you are like trying to live your life away from it. I feel like you're just trying to enjoy yourself with your friends, but something goes on wrong like this. Alright, like, I don't know if this guy's making any sense to you, but that's what the cards are showing me. I feel like they feel like you have a can-do attitude with most things in your life. You give off this appearance and air of excellence. There's like an air of excellence to you. You feel you know how to talk to people. You connect with people and very like you have like a budding network. So it's like you may be young, but like you really get into things easily, and you have these signs of that you're gonna be well off in life. Guess that you got that vibe. Your neighbors think like that about you, but they feel like they're curious about your sex life in some way. They wonder if you're just if you're a goody two shoes in real life, or if you have a promiscuous life, a double life or something like that. But they don't really like. They're just curious about it, I guess, in their own effort to discredit you or weaponize themselves. I don't know, whatever you want to think about it as, but fuck it. It's not important, but they do see you as a lovely person in general, your neighbors. Okay, pile 2, I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye. Pile 3, this is going to be your reading here for what is your neighbor thinking about you. Let's see. What does your neighbor think about you? Pile 3. Pile 3 is neighbor. Think about that. Justice, Tower, King of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and Magician. Yeah, I see your neighbors saying something positive here about you. You could have a job in the law field, be a scientist, or have some kind of official work that takes some kind of uniform or decorated clothing, equipment, badge. Something like that. You could have had something go on wrong at work today. Something like that here. Your neighbors see you as someone who's stable in most cases here. But they feel like you have a dark side. Maybe they wonder about your selfishnesses or any kind of bias you may have. But they generally see you as kind, maybe a little creative. Feel like you have fresh energy about you. Maybe pile 2 could also be your pile here. Alright, so what they're saying here mainly is people are just invested to find out more about you little by little. They're not in a rush for it, but they are paying it close attention to see what you make of it, make of the living place, or how long you stay here. Who knows what people are thinking about in that case, but those that have stayed around you for the longest, they just wonder about you when you're leaving, because they see maybe you've been there for a while and you're in the place, your current place, and they just wonder how it would be like in the future. Maybe you do a lot of traveling back and forth, so they don't know when the next time you're going to be missing, so they just wonder about something like that. They feel like they haven't been much connected with you. Maybe you don't give your neighbors a lot of time. I've seen that. I feel like they don't really have enough experiences with you to judge how you um, give things. They feel like you are a self-sufficient person. They feel like you're a sophisticated person, but they wonder about your life in some kind of paranoid way. Like there's some secrets about you, or what you do, or how your home situation works. There's a lot of curiosity about it, and they feel like they're too closed off to get invited. They don't feel like that you'll invite them really, so people just speculate what you do. They see that you're pretty content with whatever it is you're doing, but they know that even things that seem a little too perfect, they probably are not, right? So they wonder where you're going, or who you're screwing in some way. The Fool with the Knight of Wands. They feel like you will get whatever it is you want in the end. They feel like you have that energy towards on you, and towards yourself and towards your destiny. They feel like you're walking right towards your destiny. Like nothing stops the magician. You feel like you generate a lot of creation from the power of love. You have a job for yourself that requires you to use your intelligence on a daily, and something that you are able to take pride in. You speak a lot of truth. You must have like a lot of knowledge here, current events and things that are applied, right? Knowledge that's applied daily in civilization. Yeah, I'm seeing you generate a lot of energy from love, and your neighbors can tell that about you. Alright, pile 3. So, I love you guys. You changed their life in some way from meeting you a couple times here. They're always wondering more to find out more info about you. Alright, see you there. Love you. At pile 4, there's going to be a reading here for what are your neighbors thinking about you. Alright, so let's get straight into it. You can see your cards. What do pile 4's neighbors think about them? What do pile 4's neighbors think about them? They feel like you're happily married here, and that you're protective over whatever you have. They could hear a lot of noise or conversation, rough conversation from your house. Maybe they're concerned about domestic abuse for some of you. They're worried about what you got under there, but on the outside they know that your home is very nice. 4 of Wands. And for those of you that are single, like, they do feel like you have an abundant life here, and that you don't have a problem in love or something, or making peace with the past. I feel like you've conquered those things. Some things from the past try to drag you back in. Maybe your neighbors get the vibe of that, but they do feel like you know how to speak here. They have a lot of confidence in the way you explain stuff, and they feel like you have your own world, and they're just watching you be happy about stuff. I feel like some of your neighbors get some kind of vibe, like something about your presence may ignite their envy, or some kind of impression of like you're separate from them, or they feel like the divide when they look at you. They don't feel like they belong to you or belong with you sometimes. But they do enjoy, like, they like what they see when they analyze your life, I guess. But it could lead you to have some kind of strange friendships, like odd friendships where lines get blurred and then boundaries are crossed easy, and then you get into some short-term friendships, that kind of thing. Maybe you may not have a lot of friends for the last 17 years or something. Or maybe you have one, but you have like one friend like that, and all the rest of them just maybe you keep finding yourself isolating yourself, or you never have to stay amongst a certain group of people for long in your life. No, I feel like, yeah, if you've had a lot of different connections in the past, I feel like you end them, because when something's over in your life, I feel like you have an easy time letting those things go, but people don't have an easy time letting you go in some way. Okay, your neighbors think about you, right? That you're very, very stern, you're very independent, you earned your way there. I feel like those of you who have a connection, they have something like really serious for you. I know you can't really see the cards in this crappy angle right now, but yeah, it's 4 Wands, Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, right? Those three are giving me the most messages here. It's that they know not to fuck with you. I feel like they keep a safe distance away from you when you come through. Your neighbors. Okay, I feel like yeah, you meeting you has also changed their life in some way. Maybe they've had to talk to you about something that disturbed them on the lawn, or some kind of loud music before this, right? Maybe you've had some kind of noise complaint, right? And more than once. So some people may give you a hard time here, but I see you overall look cozy in the place. Alright, this is what your neighbors think about you. Like they feel like they bother you, but like they're trying to get in on your business and know what you're doing too. So like, yeah. But they like watching. It's like they have this misery complex, but they like watching what you're doing. Something like that. Alright, pal 4, I guess you're the lucky one, right? Alright, let's see you later, right? Thanks a lot for seeing it.